Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the stock market overall. We're going to look at the futures, look at the VIX, and we're also going to talk about my plans moving forward into 2023. Before we do, just to reiterate, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research. Also, if you find value in the video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy our content, hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. Other than that, guys, let's dive right on into it here. Pre-markets. Currently today on Tuesday, December 20th, and looking like we're going to probably have another red day in the markets. And the VIX, although not as crazy volatile as what you would think, still in the low 20s, and it's kind of more turning into more of a slower, more non-aggressive sell-off in the markets. However, that could change whenever, I'm not sure when the next time the Fed is going to come out and talk again. Obviously, they keep pushing the same narrative, which keeps selling pressure on the markets in general. Okay, so currently, as you see here, the Dow 32,757, the S&P about 3,800, NASDAQ about 10,500. We're going to take a look at the S&P 500 in a second, and then we'll take a look at some of our other plays that we keep up with here on the channel, and I'll give you my plans again moving forward into 2023. All right, guys, and here we are at the S&P 500, currently at a pretty crucial level here at the S&P, as we are pretty much just crossing over that red SMA line. However, we are undervalued or oversold, which typically means we're going to bounce up temporarily. I do think that what's going to happen here is we'll probably bounce off of here, retest that 3,900 mark, and then probably pull back down. Your first level of support's about 37.27, and then your absolute floor for the 180-day 4 hours, 34.91. I don't think we'll go lower than that, in my opinion, if we continue to sell off. And but I do feel like we could go back down and retest that, because you see here the high of 45.93.45. That's about to disappear based on the time frame, and then now we're going to go lower to our overall tip top's going to be about 4,500, and then from there 4,300, and then from there about 4,100. So as that goes lower, if the market's continuing to go down, typically you have some more room for downside on there. Looking at the longer term, this is dating back to 2020. As you see, here's the COVID crash. Fell all the way down to 21.91.86 and had that nice run all the way to 48.18. And as you see, we got as low as about 3,500. I think honestly we're going to probably retest that, like I said. And for the overall longer term, we're still at fair value here, which makes me think we have some more room for downside. And I think whenever we get down to undervalued, we're going to be at or close to 3,500, and I think that's where we bounce off of and kind of go from there. But overall, we got to get above this red SMA line and stay there. And as you see here, we got rejected once, twice, about 3 times at the red SMA line, which does not show a great sign of price strength. So once you get above there, you want to make sure that we hold and kind of go from there. So what are my plans for 2023? Well, first and foremost, guys, hopefully we can unload this puppy here off of the books. Okay, so my plan with this is to strategically, very carefully and strategically, try to average down when this hits certain points and price points, which now might not be a bad idea to start the average down process, just based on how undervalued or oversold we are currently, based on the intraday yearly. This is the 2-year or 3-year, I guess I should say now, and we're super oversold, undervalued, if you would. And what I'm planning on doing here is to continue to try to average down and get close, basically get my price per share close to what the stock is while it's beat down. Okay, and then as it's getting beat down, I'm dropping my average cost, and then hopefully we see some type of recovery to where whenever it does recover, and as long as it's not like an insane run, if it's like a good news type run, then maybe you stay in, or maybe I stay in, is what I should say. But once it starts recovering close to my average cost of what I'm going to get it down to, then basically go ahead and bounce out at that point, and then shift my focus elsewhere. Now, where am I going to shift my focus to? Well, first, guys, I'm going to look at Tesla. Okay, so Tesla's one that I've been just kind of nibbling at on the way down, and I'm going to continue to nibble at on the way down. And hopefully, once everything starts to kind of recover, as you know, this thing is pretty aggressive whenever it moves to the upside. So, bad thing with this right now is, you know, obviously Elon Musk is all over Twitter, and not to mention that the markets in general are just kind of crappy at the moment, but this guy is one in which can continue to bring the stock down, because he sold a lot of shares, but also just the way he's representing himself is, in my opinion, not good for the company. However, this is a really nice and strong company that I agree that is going to start to move back up and have a nice recovery. And when it does, I want to have some skin in the game. Okay, so that's first and foremost, is to start kind of nibbling here on Tesla and kind of accumulating and building up my position. Next up, which I've already started doing, those of you who follow the channel, is know that Amazon, I've been buying and around $100 level, and now it's below 100. Now I'm going to be looking to add more pretty soon and continue to hold there. And then basically what I'm hoping to do is, once I could unload ZNOG and gas, take a lot of that position and roll that over into Amazon, and then at least hold it for probably a double, even a triple up play at some point, but easily, in my opinion, once the market starts to recover, potentially a double up play. But this is really honestly probably a 3 to 5 year hold for the majority of the shares that I'm going to be accumulating. But I do like Amazon for the longer term, so I'm going to be looking to accumulate that. Okay, IQST, ticker symbol IQST. This is an OTC stock, however, they do generate revenue, unlike some of the other ones that we know. And they are talking about being uplisted to the NASDAQ. They're looking to meet or exceed their revenue numbers, which are, I think, at about 90 million or so. And so that's a really good sign for us. However, the stock price does not necessarily reflect that, currently at about 21 cents, right under 21.5. So I've been saying this for the past year, that anything under 50 cents was kind of a buy zone or strike zone for me, and I've been just kind of steadily adding, and I'm going to continue to steadily add as the the stock price keeps coming down. And I think it will come down to possibly 15 to 10 before we start recovering and start making our way back to the upside. And if that's the case, then I'll really look to come in and load a decent amount and hold that. And then my price target here is probably anywhere from 70 cents to $1 is where I'll look to sell on IQST. This is not like a longer 3 to 5 year thing for me. This is hopefully a 6 to 12 month. We get a recovery, and then we start making our way back closer to that dollar level. I think off of an announcement that maybe that they're looking to uplist, or they've got approved to uplist, I think is going to do some good. However, they need to get their price per share up. Their share price is obviously too low to to get listed up to the NASDAQ. And then this one here, guys, HEMP, ticker symbol HEMP, going to this year hopefully get to my share total, my share goal. And right now is the time for me to do it, in my opinion, because it's so low. And I'm just going to continue to keep kind of nibbling away and chipping away at it to where I get the amount of shares that I want. And then this is one that I'm holding for a long term, because I think it's going to take a long time, to be honest. And but I do think that the company has some good things going for it, although you don't really hear a lot about it, because being that it's on the OTC market. And then hemp is also something that can be beneficial, but not fully not fully accepted in the United States, to where this thing is going to be kind of kept underwater for a while, and just kind of have to wait it out and see kind of what happens. But it did in 2020 hit a high of about 4 cents. That was the first time I took profits on it. Then I just started to add back after that, and now I'm looking to accumulate heavy, because back in 2020 I had kind of debated, well, should I drop a certain amount of money into this, because I knew a lot about the company, and I didn't put any money in it, and all of a sudden it had that massive run all the way to 4 cents, and I just don't want to miss that again. So looking to accumulate there and adding as much as I can to hit my goal. And guys, last but not least, Shiba Inu. Okay, so those of you who follow the channel know that I did hit my goal on SHIB. However, being that it's still sitting where it's sitting, I decided to kind of keep going and continue to accumulate and build my position out larger. Okay, and now that I've hit my target goal, I'm not being as aggressive on buying. So, but I am still accumulating, and hopefully before I know it, I'll maybe double, even triple my position of what I had, and then kind of wait for the bull run to start. And that's gonna, I think crypto is gonna come behind the stock market. Once the stock market starts moving, crypto is gonna follow. And then you want to watch, obviously, your top dog, the Bitcoin, of how it's acting before anything else moves. So I'll have to kind of wait it out and see, but that's my plans moving forward. So the first half of 2023 might not be pretty, but I'm hoping the second half we start to see some type of recovery in the markets, and that we start making our way back to the upside. So as always, guys, make sure that you have your own plan, make sure that you do your own research, and do what's best for you moving forward. So let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.